I see how y'all got this set up.
So, Li had a little bit of an opportunity to talk about beats, talk about you guys and your relationship. Now, another reason why, and it really has to do with that pressure, is that Pressure Fest coming up the weekend of 420 next month. So,
let's talk about
let us know.
Let's talk about it.
Okay,
I'm
that
excited.
Pressure Fest. Listen, man, we bringing a fest to Cincinnati, and we doing it the way that you would have, if you would have paid $250 to go to South by Southwest and go to 2 exclusive shows and watch 15 artists open up and do a whole bunch of rapping because they got clout. We got rappers here that got clout. We got rappers here that got bars, dope music, and so
come join the festivities.
420. We are at Yesterday's Saloon in Mount Adams. We got Yana L.I. and JB Lamage headlining. D.A. Oski Isaiah, Princess Tiana, and Luna Bruiser performing. Hosted by Donuts and Alcohol. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. We got DJ Hope. It's gonna be.
We also got vendors such as Die Dreaming. We got Double Sin in the building, Donuts and Alcohol. So we're just gonna make it like a big team effort for the city.
Zayda's gonna be coming through with it for a merch table.
Word.
Also,
I don't know if you guys college beats. We gonna work on you guys getting in.
The jacket.
Oh, got your jacket.
Yeah.
And then following up on that Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m., we at Privilege for a day party. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be so dope. We got Sauce Campaign coming to do their dance. I don't know if y'all know who Sauce Campaign is.
You gotta check them out
Young guys,
if you ain't
dance.
hit.
They do all the new dance moves. They stop anywhere.
They're gonna
to
go
Kroger.
viral one day.
They go anywhere and dance. It take a
I've
speaker.
seen them on Facebook.
Yeah, they like going like the
Dude,
mall
we
and
should
like
get
public
behind,
places.
Dude, we should get behind that. That's,
Yeah, because they're
interesting.
trying to break through like that because
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
go to like public places like the mall. They wear like
Have some
clothes or
college
something.
beat swag. Like,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah, like they
Beats, they move to the beat.
Yeah.
and they're young. They're around that age too, so they
Sure.
fit the demographic.
So what kind of, you mentioned that Donuts and Alcohol, big shout out to them, is help hosting your event.
Yeah.
What type of relationship do you guys have with them?
Well, like we've been talking about and
We had
we've
an
been
interview.
encouraging. Like we had it all started. They invited us to have an interview with them. We're a part of season 2 on Donuts and Alcohol. But it's more so about a unity movement, like just our whole approach of like putting events together. And, even just with us getting booked for certain events, like we just want to create an ambiance in the city of just like a unity and everybody like, between the artists and between, the clothing brands, the, magazine, media, whatever, you know what I mean? Like we all are in the same industry, so we have to create it. We have to make it cool. We have to create the cool.
Yeah. Facts. I mean, this how I see it, man. We sat down with them and had an interview, and all we noticed was like minds. And when we get around like minds, conversations start. And when conversations start, this is the thing. I said, "Hey, we gonna holler at y'all about doing something on 420." And he was like, "Yeah, we definitely want to do something on 420." Yeah, we definitely want to do
Gravel's
something on
cool as
420.
fuck.
And then about 10 days later, we started playing something for 420. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's because it's like minds over there.
Yeah, no, and shout out to the CNC Secret Show, but we collaborated with
That was
with them
dope.
on that. And the one thing I love about them and Double Sin is that they move quickly. They put their mind to something and they go to
They
it.
go.
So
Yeah, shout out to Monty. Monty's over there.
In Monty, exactly, especially Monty C. Benjamin. And so, especially when they showed me that flyer of this Pressure Fest, for that Pressure Fest, it really got.
They showed it to you?
Oh yeah, they originally showed it to me, and I said, "Oh shit, here's another reason why I'm so proud to work with them because they're moving, they're making moves." And
And that's the thing, man. And, we always been like this, trying to do events and hit people up and stuff like that. But like, it's been like, before it was like no response. Like you guys, Double Sin, Don't Say Alcohol, responsive. Y'all want to get stuff done. You want to sit down. You want to talk. You want to build. Let's do it. That's how the culture is built. And so it's just about...
That's how the bag's built.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I mean?
So
Create
working
some
with
value
them,
to this shit.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, as long as they keep that mindset, they going to keep on going up. Everybody that got that mindset that's working right now is going to keep on going up. It's a whole new wave, a whole new roster of people taking over the city.
yeah, I heard you mention
The bag.
DJ Hope on one night. Which night?
We saw.
420.
Yeah.
So DJ Hope is with us. So does that mean we're?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, college beats too. We're
definitely.
working on that. We got to fit it
Trevor's a
in.
little bit slow.
But is he officially booked though?
He hasn't
Is he
got any
officially?
info.
Million things happen.
Is he? He's officially booked for Saturday,
No, for Friday.
for Friday. DJ Hope. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we saw him at the Cincy Secret Show, and I saw the Cincy Underground, but he said that he was with
J-Dub.
College Beats, but yeah, tied it in with J-Dub. It was like, so it, like really it all makes sense. So it's like,
Well, and we'll bring our backdrop and stuff. And,
of course, and we want a
bring
lot of
around
that.
Oski
Of
and
course,
stuff,
there
do
should
some
be like
interviews and stuff.
5 to 10. I would like for more and more people
Yeah.
to get involved because that's
Well,
what
and
it's
you
for.
guys
It's
are
a
gonna
fest,
have to
you know.
redo
So
the poster anyways, because Squizit kicked rocks, right?
No, we already
Yeah.
did the poster as far as Squizzy being up, but
no, but we have
we can just
modifications to
add
make
the-
because
yeah,
we're
yeah,
already
yeah, yeah,
expecting.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're gonna give it like
So
another
just get
week.
Another one go. Yeah,
Yeah.
another week and then we'll add another one.
Give another week for people to show some
When you guys are doing it right, it's a good at least month or so before the event. Right?
exactly. That's what I
I'm
was saying.
very impressed by that.
And he's super on edge, and I'm like, wait, what you got to think of the grand scheme of things? Like,
No, I'm
it's,
always on
it's
edge.
good. It's good that we started. We got the 30-day start. That was important.
Yeah.
That's what made it all make sense. That's why we were like, okay, let's put the bag on it so we can get the fucking
Yeah, and
money
I
bin.
was talking to you about this, and I think that it's something important for us is relationships with venues, right?
Yeah.
Like talking to the Mock Beer, talking to Privilege, to figure out the logistics on that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we want to go over numbers and stuff, but unless
Phone
we
calls.
do, but
I'm gonna tell you how to do that.
for those people out there that are interested to get into the industry,
Yeah, because
that's
First
a
you make
big.
phone
luckily
calls,
and
you
do
make
and we
emails.
because we have a decent reputation, reputation.
But they're asking how to do it.
Yeah, no,
Talking
and I'm
about
saying
reputation.
we have a reputation, a decent reputation with most venues around because we've been through most of them over the years, and then also like we do a good job, as far as whether it's our performance and our conduct, just where people are personable and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But pretty much all it is a phone call right now. The trend for these venues is to get a promoter guy and set it all up through email, and they'll send you through all type of loops and stuff. And but some venues, some owners are more personable, more approachable, and you could get something going if you just open up your mouth, But they do. There is loopholes that people try to send you through, like send it through the email and check the schedule and whatever, like. But yeah, so phone
what
calls.
what are the limitations? Like, what do they want you to bring to the table in order to even talk
Which
to you?
is a part of
you
the
know?
problem. Which is a problem. Is a problem that needs to be solved like immediately, so that everything could work out properly. But the like.
What was the question?
The question is like, what do the owners expect? Okay, well, let's put it like this. Like
Depends on
some are more personable. Some are just got everybody got their own thing. Okay, like you can rent the place out. You can rent the place out. Pay a fee. It could be $1,000. It could be $2,000. It could be a few $100s. It just depends. You can rent it out and the floor is yours. It's your party. It's your night. You know what I mean? You're not included in the bar.
Yeah, you're not.
You're not
Are you
you're
not
not
able
included.
to like
in
negotiate for that? at all?
you are, which is
If you're bringing in,
it
the
depends on what you're
juice,
trying to
yeah.
do because like if you have something, if you have something, then you gotta value your worth. You gotta know your worth.
If you're doing a nighttime event, you need the club for more than 4 hours. You have to rent it out.
You
Most
gotta
of the
know
time.
your worth. Like like if you got some capital and then also you have a drawing, like you have a strong plan, like if College Beats if you guys wanted to do something and you wanted to have us a part of it, Mighty C.
Organized,
Benjamin Double Sin, Donuts and Alcohol, like hold on now, like you guys need us, so like let's get back to let's
And
get
that's
back.
what I'm saying. Like,
They
promoter-wise,
they need us. Like the owners need us. The venues need
Yeah.
us. So that's what we have to get back to.
Sure.
Like that because that's what we have to get back to because some places are more starving. They're trying to get a jump, so you could wiggle your way in like that. But
And do they expect to see like different promo, like photos or videos of previous
Depends on
events?
what you're
it
doing.
depends on what
Yeah.
you're doing. Like
Yeah.
if
If you're
because
bringing
you could be getting middleman. You could be getting you could, like I said, venue owner, they're gonna have a top promoter guy, like a guy who does like the bookings, who does the events and
Do you
stuff
guys
like
have
that.
networks of people that are dedicated to doing that type of stuff? Because I know earlier on you guys got stuck with playing that role, but
No,
like-
we're still stuck playing that role.
Yeah.
Even more hands on now, because like I said, like I was getting into, especially in Cincinnati, you're definitely more than likely could be getting middleman by the promoter. It's a different conversation between the owner and you, and then the promoter and you. It's a different conversation. Like a promoter
that's
could be
what
on
we're
your.
dealing with right now too.
Yeah, a promoter could have his own situation set
Never
up with
talk
the
to a
owner.
promoter.
Yeah, unless you have a clear understanding, like the promoters just need to do good business is what they need to do.
If you're an artist that's that just wants to be a part of somebody's event, talk to a promoter.
Yeah.
If you want to throw your own event, talk
That's
to
the promoter is not who you
or
want
the
to talk
bar
to. You
manager.
want to talk to
feel me?
the owner, the
Bar
person.
manager or
How can this be my night? How can I?
And the big
you
thing
know,
is
you're-
since we have the plug, and obviously we're talking more or less for the people out there.
Yeah.
In order if they want to start something on their own.
Yeah.
And obviously we're talking about specifically about
Which we need
Cincinnati,
more
but-
of those. We need people
Yeah.
like that. We need bright-minded people like that. We need more people like that in the industry.
Because in a lot of situations, like if I, when I was younger, I didn't know, Prodigious, or I didn't know a Timeless.
And
I didn't know
and it wasn't that
anywhere
many.
to go for, that network. So there's a lot of kids out there that may, want to be in the culture, but really don't know how to get into it.
Yeah.
And they're kind of uncomfortable with,
Yeah. Let's talk
some,
about it.
one of those.
Like-
Yeah, I think that's real.
Yeah, like you could be talking to a promoter, or if a person isn't approaching you to like partner up on something, to do something 50-50, whether and that means 50-50 you're splitting the expenses, and 50-50 you're splitting the profits. You know what I mean? Like, then it's something fishy about it. You know what I mean? It's like promoters get paid. There could be a street team type promoter, like a more physical promoter.
Because I've seen
like
promoters
a person,
like take like buses and go down.
yeah,
and, like, pick
and they're
up
doing the
mass people,
flyers. They're still doing the
know?
flyers. Yeah, we've done that too. That's a thing for Mount Adams. That they got like school buses. We rented out. To like get people to the club, because we're doing that whole middleman
And
thing.
yeah,
like
exactly. So
somebody
what is
wants
what is your I don't want to say what is your cost, but what is your method with working with a company in order to provide that promotion for that event?
Well, like I
Depends
said,
on
you
how
split
much
it.
you
Yeah.
want. If you wanted,
It
us
depends
to
on
do-
what. Well,
if you want us to do if you want us to take flyers and run the streets and then use our social medias, it's gonna be 300 and up. Like, it depends on how big scale, how much work you want. But if you just want us to like post it here and there, like you want us to use our space, it's like $70 and up.
so that's when you have to approach. You gotta.
Well,
You
and
gotta.
that's
See,
not the plug price,
well,
right?
hold
That's
on.
like
That's
the
just chill.
commercial
That's the
price.
commercial price.
Okay.
yeah,
If
but
you
no,
rock with us,
but
like-
but before all of that, it just depends on what you want out of us.
Yeah.
Because you
Well,
could be
to-
guaranteed.
well, and guess what? We're not talking about
you could
ourselves,
be,
right?
Yeah, no, but let
yeah.
me. I'm just saying this because it's gonna. It's, no, no, I'm piggybacking off of what you're saying. Relax, listen. I'm saying that when you're dealing with us, you're about to get both perspectives, the artist and promoter, because it's different when you're talking about booking the artist. You're booking the artist, and you're paying for the artist to come perform. They're their entertainment. But also along with that, because you are paying them, and maybe they don't have a name and they don't have like a obvious drawing power or something like that. You want to see promotion out of them. They should be participating in promoting. So therefore, that's included, and then also.
And you guys have all the logistics, like as far as like purchasing tickets and the flyer process. And,
Yeah,
like,
and it's
all that
different
kind of
approaches to
stuff.
do. Like he said, it depends on what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like
versus like
you-
a lick versus somebody that you're actually trying to build with.
yeah, because we could be throwing a free event, free cover, but
So if
we
the
got.
commercial price is $300, what's the lick price?
Yeah, he
300?
he threw out a number.
Yeah,
Relax.
yeah.
I don't know why he just threw out a number. It just depends.
It
It just depends because it just depends on what you want. It just depends on what you want. But yeah, we're looking. we're
$300
looking to
up.
do work.
Yeah, I'm
we're
saying-
looking to
yeah,
we're
I'm
looking to do work for everything that we're involved in. We're looking to do work. We're looking for it to have a certain feng shui or a certain vibe. So therefore, yeah, like, you know, if the budget ain't allowing us for us to have $300, that we're probably gonna put the majority of that back into, like,
The
you know, how
promo.
we want to promote it. You know, sponsorships on our social media. You know, stuff like that, and going out, getting our own graphics printed up and put them in certain places, all of the different locations that we're associated with, the different brands that we're associated with that we're working on including. So therefore, all that has to be considered. Like, you have to have a budget for the event. So therefore, if there's not somebody who's booking us who already has a budget and just needs to book us as an artist to add to what they already have going on, you know, then we're probably going to be doing our own thing. And if we include anybody, everybody's going to there's going to be 4 or 5 overheads, so there could be an even split, 20% split 5 ways, or 25% split 4 ways. You know, 4 overheads, 4 brands,
Yeah,
4 people that can benefit off, you know, merch sales, that could benefit off the promo, that could benefit off the activity, just everything, you know. So, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
so it just depends on what we all want to do, how big we want to do this, or should we just do something like kind of more, you know, we could do a free event and sell drinks, or, you know what I mean, or a T-shirt for that event,
Yeah.
and we all split the money that way, or, you know, it just depends on what you want to do.
And then, how would you guys say today is different than when you guys started doing all of this? Like, what are things that you notice? You know, the people, the artists, the
we
fans.
were young and dumb at
You know,
one point.
what have you noticed differently with the game today?
It's been a lot of different shifts since 2009 in this local industry. Now, currently, it really has a potential to bubble up. But right now, it's about everything that we're talking about, the specifics, like the mechanics of it all, like how business should be done. Like, everybody that's thinking about
Yeah.
doing something, everybody who has something going on, a YouTube channel, a podcast, you know, a clothing brand or something like that, and you're wanting to do more, you wanting to get out there, but the avenues are kind of like, you know, bleak at the moment, you know,
And from what
and like thereof. But right now, they're kind of there is. So this is important that we talk about this.
And I think, like, another thing that I've noticed, that from a lot of these events, the majority of people that go there are in the industry themselves. You know, there's not a real core, you know, fan base. You know, at least in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
I think
That's
that's
like,
always how it starts, though.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, has that always been the case where there's not just like
Yeah,
pure lick
it's
fans
been
running
like
around?
the
that-
shows,
you
shows are 10+ rappers, and it's like the audience is all rappers and
Yeah.
people that's a part of it, or
Yeah.
something
And
like
that's
that.
and that's where we think, you know, college beats could play a role to bring in, you know, the more
Bring in
college,
the consumers,
you know, demographic,
bring in the
and,
fans, bring in the people
and make
that's
them
there
feel
for
more
the show.
comfortable, because I think that's like the number
That's
one
all.
thing.
It's huge.
And there's been some turnouts. We've had good turnouts, you know.
It depends where I think a lot of it depends on the environment you throw it at. You know what
Since
I mean?
Good Company, we've had good turnouts.
Yeah.
It just depends on making the people comfortable.
Very
You know
much
what I
so.
mean? You know, our events are usually diverse.
And I think bringing in different brands like, you know, you guys are the key to that.
Mhm.
You
The
know,
artist,
'cause
yeah, because
the-
you know you're the spokesperson, or you're
Well, I'm
rocking
talking
it.
about these brands because it's like the artists basically have a limited amount of fans, you know, versus the brands where it kind of like, you know, through that media, through that promo, it's
Yeah.
bringing in different people from
Yeah,
different, you know.
and we've gone through that. Like, that's why we've been trying to figure out that whole thing.
Yeah.
Is because
It's hard though, because one thing that I was talking to Keon from Vegas was about that nowadays with social media, you know, who wants to get ready for 2 hours and, you know, go out, take an Uber, you know,
Yeah.
drink, put themselves at risk versus, you know, just watching the recap video. You
Yeah.
know, that
What?
kid, you know, I don't want to say kids these days.
Well,
but,
no, you're thinking
you know,
about-
I'm talking about from
What are you talking about here?
macroeconomic
Yeah, you're thinking about-
perspective.
You gotta give
Yeah,
them
no,
time
like,
to come
there's-
out,
yeah,
though,
no,
man.
this is-
You gotta give
or
them-
how old are
Hey,
you?
You gotta give
Hey,
them-
23.
23?
Yeah.
You're not that old. You just sounded
Yeah.
like an old person.
Hey, I'm an old soul.
You sounded
I'm
like
an
you're
old
probably
soul.
you sounded like
That's
around
just how
my
I
age, because
feel.
that's
Yeah.
that's the thing.
That's my
That's how I feel too. Like, coming into that.
I'm just being straight.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
like, it's
yeah,
just,
yeah.
this may not
But
be in the
there's
podcast, but
still
I'm just
people
saying,
who-
like,
like I
that's
said-
my opinion.
it's just kind of the fact that everybody, you start to get to the point where, kind of going back to touching back to the artist standpoint, whatnot, having brands represent you and things like that, is that it's getting to the point where everybody has a SoundCloud, and I think it's helpful when there's things that are popping up that help represent kind of an energy level, you know, what to expect with an energy, no matter who artist, so people can feel more a part of something easier, because it's just like, if you expect, so for instance, if you have a college beats fest or whatnot, you can already just from that name kind of get a slight idea of what you can
What's
expect,
going on, yeah.
what you kind of expect. So maybe you haven't heard of the artist in the city, but so what? And
Right.
you know it's going to be a college style party. You can
Right.
expect to see that kind of environment,
Yeah.
and you know, obviously some good acts and whatnot.
Yeah, like, you know, and you're the platform, so you're the platform for people to get informed.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's how you got to look at your role in the city. And it's, you know, those are the people that, you know, that's how we got to look at it. You know, we got to build you guys up. And it's really the artist, it comes back to the artist because we have to be the one that's orchestrated. Like I always tell people this, like, especially in the city, you're not important unless somebody else says you're important. You're not cool unless somebody else says you're cool. You're not popping unless somebody else says you're popping. People, like, this is the nature of things. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, even the industry, it's like a cosign is a big deal for artists. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that's just the nature of the industry.
Sometimes
So that's
all
why
it
we got to
takes.
tell people. So, like, I literally, like, we've had, like, relationships not on paper, and it's just more so of a bond thing. Like, there's been multiple, like, clothing apparels or, like, you know, we've had relationships with a lot of different people.
Would you say there's more unity now than before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say you're seeing more people come together now than
Word.
before?
Yeah, of course. I mean, come on. We all see it's definitely different. This wasn't happening, but that's.
And if you ain't,
we was
and
just
it's
talking to
there,
somebody about it, and there wasn't. The thing about it was though, is back then when there was artists in Cincinnati, there weren't media outlets. This like Instagram wasn't a thing, Twitter wasn't a thing. Like when Cincinnati at its time, you know, Showtime, like K Rally, Beat Game, when they're out. Like there's no Twitter. There's no Instagram. There's nothing to go viral on. You just had to like get some money and put it into the radio, and like that's what they was doing. So it's like now we had to go through the phase of going through that and going through the phase of social media. When social media came, we were able to see who was all working, but there was a lot of cold shoulders because everybody wanted their friend to get on, or nobody wanted to embrace the other person because that's social media makes you jealous of people. It makes you envy shit. You don't know what's going on. They take a picture in a moment. They could just something real good happen to them, but they might be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's happened. But now that we've grown as a city, it's a process, and now we've grown. People are starting to pop their head out and be like, "Hey, I actually want to help the culture. Hey, I actually want to embrace you. I actually want to do a song with you. I want to share your music. I want people to know you're dope because you are." And I think it's gonna help it's gonna help my chances. It's gonna help our chances because we are from here, and here has
we
so
all
much
have to
talent.
live
It needs
here.
to be a name. We all live.
We all
here
have dreams
until
and things we want to do.
know?
Yeah, so let's stretch into that a little bit. You know, one of the questions I don't think I've even asked you guys, your vision. You know, what's that long-term vision? What's the moon? You know,
Me and Phonz, we want to be able to travel the nation.
We want to
And
break through in the
do
industry
tours
as
and break through,
some, you know, whatever multitude.
And then
we want to break through.
We want to turn ourselves into a label, or we want to basically at least partner
Or
up
at least-
with a label for
and play the role of, you know,
Okay,
behind
so
the
you guys
scenes.
are open to getting behind a
we
bigger
want to put
business.
JB into the industry. Once we
Yeah.
can bring it to
We
the
want to
industry,
help. We want to bring the A&R in back. We want to bring the artist development back
JB is like
and help with that.
we basically wanna build
Producing and
the
DJing
platform.
is what I want to do.
You know what I'm saying? Like basically when we get to this point, Phonz wants to break off and get into producing and DJing and executive producing things. I'm gonna continue rapping, but we definitely want to flip and put, you know what I'm saying, put the brand name behind JB. He's a young bull now. By the time we manifest this and mold it up, though, and once he gets to get to let that chain off, it'll be the vision is it'll be similar to how TDE did they
Right. So
and they let
whatever
Kendrick off the
success,
chain right when it was time.
so whatever success we get off of that approach, you know, could stem, you know, could blossom into us being able to take other artists under our
So you're
under our
saying to
wings.
handle that for a bigger infrastructure.
Yeah, like they say, like it take like 10 to 15 years
And I
of
think with your
groundwork
guys'
for.
experience too, I mean that's solid. Where you know,
Yeah.
if
I mean,
you,
down
if
to
you
the
guys just
technicalities, if
if
you
someone
wanna
just
talk about
dropped
that.
you guys off in a city and said, "Hey, figure this out," you guys could.
Yeah,
You know that if not saying we, but if someone were to give you the bag in order to
to
develop,
do that to with
you
the-
know, venues
yeah.
all over the place, you know, you guys could be the people to do
right.
that.
We would like approach it, attack it, and conquer and
Mm-hmm.
infiltrate.
And obviously like the team has diminished over time, but like who is that core team? You know,
I mean,
as
it's
far
just
as the
us.
promo
Us
game.
and then our
It's just
our
us. I mean, there's
engineer,
JB.
our
Okay.
engineer,
There's JB.
PRJR played a big role in just like
Yeah, correct.
this project was we did like saying this
So
whole
kind of be
thing
like
was-
road managers, would you say?
We don't
Like-
have no
we
position.
have
We don't. We're
no
waiting. We're we're
managers.
waiting. There has to be a budget. Somebody,
Everything we do
there
is
has to be a
organic.
bag given to us for a purpose.
Yeah.
and then we could formulate
No, but I'm saying
that.
that's what you guys would
But-
turn into is road
Oh yeah,
managers.
no,
No.
No, but that's what
We
you
will
guys
hire
would be.
them.
You
though.
guys would be running around with artists,
we'd
getting
hire
them set
them.
up for shows.
No.
Oh wait,
no. We'd
oh, you
hire
guys your
them.
own artists.
Yeah.
We're artists.
Oh,
We're our
so-
own artists
okay.
and own our own.
We're artists, but
Okay.
we got tired of people not either calling us
Okay.
or calling us and putting us in events
All
that
right,
didn't
all right,
make
I'm
sense. So
seeing it
we
now.
started throwing our own events because that's what it takes. If somebody's not doing it right,
Sure.
do it yourself.
Booking
we
the other
throw-
artists that we
any
feel like
event
would
that
fit
we've
the
ever
mold.
thrown, we put the money up for it. We went and did through it. If we made a profit, we took a loss. It was we did it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like, and we don't have a manager. We don't have a road
Yeah,
manager.
and maybe
We're-
at times we
it'd be
place
nice to
we
have one.
delegated,
know.
managerial stuff to a person, but there's no designated, manager or nothing yet. You know what I mean? We're just
It's
It's-
timing, man. Because
it's
I feel
timing
like
is
it's
everything,
like this.
you know,
The
and
manager started looking at us after we started really putting our hands on stuff, and we put this project out. And you looking at it like, you don't have to come in here and baby us.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to pussyfoot with us and you know what I'm saying. Oh, come on, let's do this, and I gotta make sure you're doing it, man. We gonna be on it. Will you be on it? Will you be ready when I call you? Like, yo, this is an opportunity. Where you feel about this? Look this up. Make this phone call for me. I'm gonna make this phone call. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, did you do that? How that looking over there? Okay, I need to figure this out, and I don't have time to figure it out because I gotta go do this photo shoot and go to the studio. Can you figure this out for me real quick? Boom, boom, boom. Like, that's what it goes. Then we make a power move. If you got your hands in it, you get a percentage. Like, that's the move. But like, you gotta really have your hands in it. You gotta understand, like,
we
you
gotta
can't
share
come
the
in here-
responsibility
you can't come in here and be like, oh,
before we share the profit.
You're gonna have to pay me all this money and do that. Dog, like, we just need somebody to be working the right side while we working the left. We work the left by ourselves pretty well. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta work that right
get
side.
people in there and then
Yeah.
have the other side, the production side, to be able to get a good look on it.
Mm-hmm.
So for this particular event, you guys had JV perform on his own day, then you guys both took.
And Jamie Shea is
Jamie
headlining.
Shea is headlining. Shout out to Jamie Shea, 60,000 streams on
Like I
Spotify.
said, it's about a unity movement, And, that's the homegirl, and she did have a great rollout for her project. It all made sense. You know what I mean? And
She was at that show.
and then also with JB,
Yeah,
JB's
no.
bracking too. He dropped Yellow Brick Road, and he does consistently perform, and he's on SoundCloud. He's a part of that generation.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
And Y'all Ain't Alive just put an album out called The Album, and it's a whole different vibe, man. He's a triple threat producer, and he really started getting his career going as far as being an artist, and I felt like because you got to commend somebody who works that hard, still producing for half the city, recording half the city at Prodigious, and this man put out a full length album. So I feel like somebody got to highlight that. So I definitely thought he got the respects of opening up. I mean, for headlining as well with JB.
And then we got our fellow comrades, like DA and Oski Isaiah.
Big shout out to us.
So they like I said, that's our fellow comrades. So and they're all relevant, and they're all working. They all and then Luna Bruja and Princess Tiana also. Just added flavor. There may be some other acts, but that's the basis of it. We put this out 30 days in advance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Give people you know, the gist of, you know, what's going on, go ahead, mark your schedule. You know, April 20th to April 21st, 420 weekend is Pressure
We're
Fest.
doing it our way.
You know,
We're doing it our way, man. I mean, you know, hey, man, we're doing it our way, man. And that's the thing, though. That's the thing about us. We always gonna be young. We always gonna be official. And we always gonna take risks, man. Cause somebody gotta do it, yo. Like, cause why we ain't never had nothing like this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
why we just can't get more of it?
Why we always gotta go to bars and perform? You know what I'm saying? 10 o'clock to 2. Why somebody don't want us to get everybody there during the day? Let's do something different.
Yeah,
let's
you
make
know,
it feel
people want to start
festive.
drinking before
Let's feel festive
12.
about it, man. Like we don't gotta go in there and blaze up 100 joints to be festive on 420. If you a smoker, come out and kick it with your smoker friends. Hey, so what is y'all's end goal? What kind of platform do y'all want to be? What's College Beats' big goal?
All right, well, so I don't get asked. This is the first time I'm going to answer this on a podcast, but basically, College Beats originally started when I was a sophomore in college. I went to Ohio State, and I was a big fan of music, but I didn't know how to find it very easily.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a roommate named Ryan. He's the other partner here for College Beats, and he knew where to find all the best music. I always heard him bumping the best music in his room, so I decided to ask him about that and start, digging into him about it. He was very, very passionate about finding new music and whatnot, which was great. And his primarily source was SoundCloud.
Yeah.
So we decided to get together and just start pushing music, all the best new music over SoundCloud, so people could benefit and people could consistently find the best new music, as well as kind of we would post news that's going on with like college day-to-day drinking, Friday, Monday kind of like scenarios.
Yeah.
But that started in 2014, and now we're in 2018, so that was 4 years ago. So it changed a lot during that period. So nowadays it's really focused on becoming like a complex music, but more hip hop focused.
Dope.
So not pop and all that other stuff. So we have a website that's on the way and whatnot. But another piece that's come big into what we've been doing is the DJs.
Yeah.
Really
Right.
honed in on that DJ side, because just like you, we kind of realized, like playing certain roles, talking to different people, what we needed to provide in order to be a more important role.
A playmaker.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
A playmaker, a tastemaker, and a gatekeeper.
Yeah, and so instead of just being an outlet to share music and whatnot, we wanted something that could physically touch. What I realized what was most important as soon as I graduated college was, I graduated from UC, shout out UC, was that what you can touch the city with physically is the most important thing that you can do.
Yeah.
So when I started to, get the DJs, then I was able to provide the audio and everything with the venues and whatnot. We weren't just a brand name, we were also the DJs together. And I also believe the DJ is a powerful person, because they're the one who's really creating that energy. So if you stand behind the right DJs, shout out DJ Hope, then they're gonna, you won't even have to tell them what to do. They're gonna be able to just.
They're gonna be on it. Yeah,
they're gonna be on it. They're gonna know the energy, and those people deserve to have the spotlight brought on them.
And then you just play your role.
Yeah, and then so College Beats, long term now, fast forward now, is really being. I would love to have College Beats DJs across the entire nation.
Yeah.
Hosting every single frat house party and whatnot. As well as helping local artists and stand up for certain things, like people who deserve to have, their name. People who are really putting that pressure on the game and whatnot.
And you gotta put that pressure on them, man. You feel me? Now that's live. Man.
Like minds think alike.
Yeah, and we like the pressure side of things, because it's like Rolling Loud Fest, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That what we've been trying. That's the same kind of vein that.
It's like the double
that we've
triple
been looking.
entendre fest.
That's exactly what we've been looking for. Kind of like a reference to, the
It has
culture.
that 420 culture. Plus,
And then a recent, something recently we're like diving after and really feeling that that's something that it's attainable for us as an online radio station.
Yeah.
Like an Apple Music or something like
Right.
that. So hopefully empowered by these events that we're doing and more that we're doing for the city, we can have more to show them. So
Yeah.
Because it's all about
we gotta get
outside
them
of the
looks.
city too.
unless
Yeah.
it takes cash or something, we'll put up whatever we got in order to get out there. But
we're on the same,
because that would be really cool if we could put out that music, because then we'd be able to have the power to push the music that just reaches a certain vibe, so it doesn't matter who the artist is.
So are you looking to radio or
online radio? Yeah, so like today we had
satellite radio maybe?
why I like Apple Music Radio type stuff is just because it's streamable
like the
over anything.
podcast or like
Everyone's
iTunes and
using their
stuff.
cell phone. Like I love normal radio and things like that, but
Me
I do
too.
think there's a huge
Online market.
yeah.
There is like a
huge online
YouTube
market.
channel too. Like it's just all that stuff.
Yeah, so lately I've been kind of trying to talk to different people who I think would be like a personnel or something like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
personally, I don't like that's not my role. So like I play the role of like decision maker and
Bag maker.
social
Every day
social
we do.
media poster. Like I make all the social media
Yeah.
posts, kind of direction with Ryan. of
Trevor's the
course.
bag maker.
Yeah, the director, the
Trev, we call him
The
director.
director of bags.
Yeah, call me
Trev.
Yeah, call me Trev.
Trev.
But yeah, so
DJ
pushing for that run is
Trev.
really what I'd like to have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Just being able to
Two
stand up in that party
bags.
atmosphere and the whole
Just
college
call me
vibe
two
and whatnot,
bags.
'cause, like,
Two bags.
those 5 long years of my life that I really like experienced that feeling of being in college and really used music to influence me the entire way. So,
Right. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, this whole thing has been big, and then I also have other dreams and things to attain. Like I'd like to have fundraisers for like since college.
Yeah.
A lot of kids. I want more kids to go to college.
That's great. I'm so glad you said that
So, like,
because
since
we're
I'm
looking for people to be a part of, because we want to do that too. We want to do a separate thing, as far as like a nonprofit, like like all of our stuff will be nonprofit. Like that'll be like it'll always be something. Whether we're giving a part of the proceeds to a whatever charity of our or like we had an idea for a video shoot and also just like a party, a give back, like just giving out hot dogs, hamburgers, popsicles, and
Sounds good.
have entertainment for the kids,
We
so
need
people
food
can bring
here.
their so people can bring their kids and
Yeah.
stuff.
There's going to
And
be
then it could be like barbecues and stuff like that. We're known for that. I gets down on the grill. You guys will be invited.
Yeah, we definitely do big
kicks
barbecues.
back.
Yeah,
Shit, we
because this
got.
is really our first summer in the scene.
Yeah.
And this it's gonna be it.
gonna
This
be
is
fun.
it.
It's gonna be fun.
This is it. This is
be
a
a
good.
fun summer.
This is a good time for all of us.
2018, big moves
28,
only.
2K18,
Should be a fun
Cincinnati,
summer.
the culture.
That pressure.